Kiho'alo means to me, now I know when I went to Nashville and Kiho'alo really means, it's an open tuning. It's beautiful. It's not like it's not like heavy rock, metal kind of thing. It's smoothing. It's I mean it's just like hunting. If somebody playing Kiho'alo, my ears will be listening. Where is that coming? Where is the sound coming from? So for me, I learned that when I was a young kid. When my dad used to play, he's Kiho'alo. This whole thing is about Pops, Gabby Pops Pahinui, doing a concert, a Slacky concert. You know, Kanikapila. It's let's play music. I look forward for this every year now because it brings back memories. Like I said, this is my culture, Hawaiian music, and I think we should pass this on down to the new generation. But for me, it brings a lot because I've been playing music ever since a little boy to now. So now this gathering, it's not only the people, but also the musicians. We have the old timers and the middle timers and the young ones. So this is something that we should continue doing this. And because I love music and people in Waimanalo, they love this music. They honor my dad, and like I say, we're gonna be performing at the Pavilion, which our mayor Frank Fossey at that time dedicated that pavilion to my father. So ever since that time, we started to do concerts for Pops. And like I just said, I mean, it's been years and years, but it's so happy to be doing this again. And be playing with some good friends like Palani Vaughn, Dennis Kamakahi, Jerry Santos. I mean, it goes on the Kalima family, Jesse Kalima, Albert Kalima, and many other groups. We took Hawaiian music all over the United States, and also I took it to Europe, France, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium. Took it to Canada, took it to Japan, took it to Carnegie Hall, took it to Nashville with Chet Atkins for 7 years while he still was living. The old way back, the tuning is not supposed to be shared because it was couple kind of thing. But for me, I learned my dad's tuning, and I share my tunings. But I think my father would be proud that I'm doing that today because why? If we don't share it, it will die. So this is so important that I'm doing this. The opportunity that my dad opened the doors for me and many other entertainers. Today now is Hawaiian music is there. Not only kiwahalo, it's hula, it's music, it's namele, it's everything now. And now I'm so happy that I'm part of this today.
Well, Gabby is the master of slacky, contemporary slacky. He was the father of the bridge between what was considered traditional and with his innovation of tuning and playing, he brought it out of the traditional world into the more contemporary sound you hear today. You know, and he was a legend. One of the few people I knew that had a perfect pitch. So every time he hear a guitar out of tune, well, he'd point you out. Yeah, I think probably the highest compliment anybody can have in a jam session with Gabby is told that you can stay within the circle, because he was very very strict on your playing, and what he wanted was you to contribute. We had that jam session thing. It doesn't have to be perfect, just the idea, right? So, some other young players and I, and with Cyril and everything, we learned from that. Well, Kiho'alo to me is the voice of the past. I learned from my grandfather, and I remember Uncle Raymond Kane used to say that when we play our music, our Kiho'alo, we're not playing for the people that are outside the audience, but we're playing for all those who have passed and all those who have gone to the next world, and they're all looking at us, And that's who we honor each time we play is Kiwa'alu. So that's the kind of music it is. Very, very deep, and it has its own genealogy, depending on your teacher. Well, I was still in high school when I heard Palani. He was his first group with the Sunday Manoa, and it was that sound that with Cyril and Peter Moon, and he just had modern. I call it folk rock Hawaiian. That brought the young generation into that field, because at that time it was the beginning of the Renaissance, and we're trying to find an identity in our music. But it was people like Cyril and Peter and Palani that brought the younger generations, younger than them, toward Hawaiian music. Because I was a rocker, I played rock music. And when I heard that, I said, man, this is something new. It's a whole new sound, it's a whole new direction. And I said, well, goodbye rock and roll, hello Hawaiian music. Well, the history of Kiho'alu is pretty simple. It came from the Mexican vaqueros who came over from Monterey, California. They landed on the Big Island. That's why we call the Big Island the home of slacky, because see, with the coming of the vaqueros was the first time Hawaiians heard the sound of the guitar. So it was quite an introduction to different type of music, and of course the yodeling, the high falsetto that some of these vaqueros would sing their folk songs from California, and so it was the beginning, I would say, of the root of what we know as Hawaiian music today.
Gabby was incentive for so many musicians like myself, and really truly set the bar. In terms of his slack key and singing, there's no one who can compare. And I remember a story I read where the guy says, teach me your tunings. And he goes, brother, it's not how you tune them, it's how you pluck them. and that was Gabby. It's so funny. I loved him. I spent a lot of time with him. We actually played together in Waikiki. I'll always remember those times. They were wonderful times. And when I first heard him, he was playing strictly slack key, Kiho'alu. And he had that Hawaiian style of singing, the ha'i-ha'i, leo ha'i-ha'i, which is the equivalent of in country music or the yodel that Swiss singers use. Hawaiian music was particularly unique in that regard, and he was really the spirit, I think. He influenced Don Ho. Don always reflected on Gabby. It was always this high level of respect for Gabby Pahinui, and rightly so. Kiho'alu is really for me, it's the heart and soul of Hawaiian music. Prior to music, the Western lyrical style being introduced to Hawaii, our people, our kupuna, our ancestors were chanting oli or chanting to accompany the hula. But the slack key, as I was told, replaced the drumming or the ipu. So if you listen to how we would call it olapa, boom, 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 boom. And it's the same thing with slack key. Slack key has the bass line, and if you listen to the pure slack key players, that's basically what they do, is the olapa. So to me, that's the heart and soul, because this carries us, it's that bridge between the ancient sound and musical styles into the new wave of music. So. No lili ua kalani, ka mo iwa hine.
Ua ike no paha oe
Kai ni a kamana o ho'okai mapuna leo uwalawa I ka makemake Ai ai ki kou aloha Kua home ia vai alae Kou aloha I ke ao moe pulupe I ke ao Martinez Uaike no paha oe Kai ni a kamana o Ho'okai mapuna leo Ualawa I ka makemake Ai ki kou aloha Kua home ia vai alae Kou aloha I ke ao moe pulupe I ke lava Ase Palani I ke kai Havana E o lelo mai Kahiko mai O pua Kaili